Hello students, in last class I have shown you 5 programs. So today we are going to execute it, okay, by using simulator. So let us go to Google Chrome first. Open the Google Chrome. Then you write the simulator on which you are going to work, www.sim8085.com. Okay. Now see here, this is the simulator on which you are going to work. So the window will appear like this. Okay. Now let us let us take a brief overview of the of all the sections that you are seeing here. Now see, this is the loading area. Here you write the code, okay, and you can edit it as well, okay. Now then there are 5 buttons. This is the assemble and load program. That is, if you click on this button, the program will be converted into the opcodes. Okay, that is a code. That is a compiler will convert the assembly language program into the assembler will convert the assembly language program into machine language program. That is, you will get the opcodes, and it will be the program will be loaded in the in the memory. Okay, then this is run the program. If you want to run the program as a whole, then you have to click this. Okay, then this is your step run one instruction. If you want to run your program step by step, if you want to see how the flags are changing, how the registers are changing after every instruction, then you have to click this button. Okay, this is stop program. You can stop the program and you can return to the editing. You can edit your program. Okay, and this is your reset everything. It will reset the data. Okay, it will reset the data. Now here you see these are the registers and these are the flags. Okay, you all know this is the accumulator. What is all PSW? What is the whole is PSW? I have told when PSW is used during push and pop, right? If you want to get back the data of accumulator, you have to write PSW. Okay, so only for push and pop you have to the PSW is used. Okay, so you can't edit the PSW this flag register part. Okay, the accumulator and the flag register together form PSW. So you cannot edit the flag register part, but you can edit the accumulator. Okay, then this is the BC register. You can add you can edit both the B and C register. This is the DE register pair. Okay, that is this is D, this is E. You can edit this section also. This is HLL. You can edit this section. This is stack pointer. This is program counter. You cannot edit stack pointer and program counter. Okay, so, and these are the flags: zero sign, parity, carry flag, and accumulator flag. So these will be set and reset according to your program. This is your memory section. Okay, see, these are the rows and columns. So how to locate a memory? So this, see, if you click here, see here it is showing 000. So this memory location 000. How it has become 000? The row is 000 and the column is 0. So together it makes 000. Okay, similarly here this is 0001 memory location. This is 0002 memory location. Okay, in the same way, if you go it, if you move more slide, if you go more, you will see more memory locations. Okay, understood? So if you want to go to any memory location, type that memory location. Suppose 2000 I have written, so it will go to memory location 2000. See, 2000, 2001, 2002, and 2003, and so on. So if you want to go to any memory location, just type here and press enter. So this is a brief overview of your assembler. Now we will run our first program. If you want more guidance, there is a help. There is a demo video. You can see here. You can go to the demo video and see the tutorial. Okay, so let's not waste time and start the program. The first program was write a program to add two 8-bit numbers stored at memory location 2000 and 2001 and store the sum at 2002 and 2003. Right. So let us write the code first here. MVI C, 00 H. Don't forget to write H. Then LDA 2000H. Okay, then move B comma A. So whatever data was loaded in B A, it go to B. Then LDA 2001H. So whatever data will be is loaded in 2001H will go to accumulator. Then add B. So that the data of accumulator and the register B will be added and the answer will be stored in accumulator. Okay. Then JNC skip. So if k is not generated, it will jump to skip. Skip is a label. Basically, if you when you compile it, the assembler will take the memory address where to skip. Okay. Then if carry is generated, the carry register will be incremented by 1, and then I will write skip the label. Then I have to store the sum which was in accumulator in memory location 2002H. Okay. Then move A comma C. So whatever data was there in C register, that is the carry status, will go to A. Okay. Then I have to write STA 2000 to H. So whatever data is there in accumulator, that is the carry status, will be now stored in accumulator. Will be stored in now 2002H. Okay. Then called. Okay. So this is our program. Now you have to store the data. You have to load the data. We have not. The user has to load the data. Which data you want to add? Suppose I want to add FF and 2001. I will load. This is 2000, right? This is memory location 2000 to 200 and 0. That is together it makes memory location 2000. So I have loaded. See here, 2000 is showing. So at 2000 memory location I have loaded FF. That is the first data. And in 2001 I will load the second data. That is again FF. So after you load the data, what you have to do? You have to compile and assemble. So your code has been compiled and loaded to memory location 0800. Now you need to execute it to see the results. So it is by default, if you write any program, it will get loaded into 0800 memory location. Okay. The simulator is designed in such a way that if you write any data, the program will get loaded into this memory location 0800. So let's see how the program is loaded in this memory location 0800. Sorry, 0800. Okay. Now see here. Also, you can see the assembler output how it is showing. 3 MVIC is 0E. This is 00. Okay, 0 it is not showing. Then 3A LDA is the opcode for LDA. Then 00 is the opcode. 00 is the lower byte, and for 20 it is a hexadecimal. It is written as 32 hexadecimal. Okay. See here, you can understand here better how it is loaded in the memory location. See, at memory location 0800, this is 080, this is 0. So together it makes the memory location 0800. See, it is showing here 0800. I have 0E is loaded. What is 0E? 0E is the opcode for MVIC. Okay. Then at 0801, 00 is loaded. What is 00? The operand in the first instruction. Okay. So this is a 2-byte data. So 2 memory locations. First instruction is over. Then go to the second instruction, LDA 2000H. So LDA, what is the opcode for LDA? 3A. Okay. Then 00 is the lower byte, 200 is the higher byte. So 3 memory locations it is taken. Okay. So this instruction is over. Next, move B comma A. This is a 1-byte instruction. So it will take only 1 memory location, 47. Okay. Then 3A. LDA 2001. Okay. LDA 2001. So what is the opcode for LDA? 3A. 01 is the lower byte, 01. Okay. And 20 is the higher byte. So it is stored in the memory locations. Then next is add B. So the opcode for add B is 80. Okay. It is loaded. Then JNC skip. What I have told, when you compile it, the skip will be converted into is a label. This is particularly a memory address. So it will take this memory address. Okay. So D2 is the opcode for JNC. Okay. Then 0E 00. Okay, so it is the this is the particularly memory location. This will take this memory location is loaded. Okay, then 0C is the opcode for 0C is the opcode for your INRC, right? Then 32 STA. Next is STA 2002. So 32 is the opcode for STA. Then 02 is the lower byte and 20 is the higher byte. Then move A comma C. 79 is the opcode for move A comma C. Okay. Then 32 is the opcode for STA. Then 02 is the lower byte. Then 20 is the higher byte and 76 is the opcode for fault. So this is how the program is loaded in the memory. Okay, now you have assembled and the program is loaded in the memory. Okay, you have assembled and the program is loaded in the memory. The next step is execute. Now I want to show you how the instructions are executed step by step. Okay, so basically you see here, run one instruction. Okay, now I can first I'll when I click this, it will come to the first instruction. Okay, it is not executed, it will come to the first instruction. Now see here, let us go to memory location 2000 where we have stored our data 2000. Okay, now MBIC. Now let us execute this instruction. So JC is loaded with 00. Previously also it was 00, so you can understand. Now it is 00. Now LDA 2000. After I execute this instruction, what will happen? Whatever data is there in 2000 will come to accumulator. Okay, so I execute this instruction. So see, FF has come to the accumulator. The data of 2000 FF, the data of 2000 that is FF has come to the accumulator. Now move B comma A. So whatever data is there in the A will come to register B, right? So FF will come to register B after I execute this instruction. See, B is loaded with FF. Okay, then again LDA 2001. So whatever data is there in 2001 will come to A, right? So again A will be loaded with FF. So A is loaded with FF. Okay, then add B. After add A plus B, then the answer will be stored in A. So see here, after addition is done, the flags are set. Sign flag is set, carry flag is set, auxiliary carry flag is set. But you have to check the carry flag only. See here, carry flag is set. Okay, and FE, the sum is stored in the carry. The sum is stored in the accumulator. Okay, then JNC skip. If carry is not generated, it will jump to here, this memory location. But carry is generated here, so this instruction is invalid. Okay, so when I execute this instruction, this condition will be false, and C will be in, and it will come to the next instruction. Okay, so INR C will be incremented by 1. So after I execute this instruction, C will be 1. C has come to 1. Okay, C is incremented to 1. Okay, now it will store the sum in 2002 in this memory location. The sum is stored in accumulator FE, which will come to 2002. So I execute this instruction C. In 2002 FE has come. That is the answer. That is what is stored in accumulator. It has come to 2002. Okay. Now the carry will be moved to the from the carry register. It will go to accumulator. So let us execute. So carry was 01. So the carry register was 01. So it has the accumulator is now loaded with 01. Okay, so carry the data of carry register has gone to accumulator. Okay, now STA 2002. So whatever data is there in the accumulator, that is the carry, will go to 2002. Sorry, there's a mistake. It will be 2003. Let us stop and edit the program. Okay, it will be 2003. Okay, so I can compile the program. Okay, so the same things will happen. And up to here we have come. So C, whatever data was there in C will come to A after execute this program. So A is loaded with 01. Then whatever data is there in A just will come to 2003 here. Okay, so see 01 is loaded in 2003. Okay, 01 is loaded in 2003, and then when I write halt, the program will end. See, so after after the whole program after the whole program is executed, our results are stored in 2002 and 2003. So I hope you understood. So you can run the same if there's any mistake, just stop your program. Okay, and now the program is ended. Then you can stop your program, you edit the program, and then again you compile it. Okay, this is the advantage. Okay, so now let's reset everything. Okay, now let's just change the data. Okay, let's see what happens if there is no carry. Let's change the data. Let us write here 04 and in 2001 03. You can experiment, it is very fun. Now let's again compile. Okay, now let us run by step. MVI C00, so 00 will come to C. Then LDA 2002, whatever data is there in 2002 will come to 2000 will come to A. After execute it, C04 has come to A. Okay, then again move B comma A, so whatever there was in A will come to B. C04 has come to B. Now again I execute it, 2001 03 has come to A. Okay, then again I execute it, jump at B, so A plus 4 plus 3 is 7, so accumulator is loaded with 7. Okay, jump if no carry to skip, so carry is not generated, so it will directly jump to here. See here, C INR C is not executed, right? C is not incremented, so it will directly jump to 2002. So whatever data is in accumulator will now get stored in 2002. Okay, so you see here 07 is loaded in 2002. Okay, then whatever data is there in C register, that is the 00H, I have initialized that register with C 00H, it will go to C. A is loaded 00H. Now whatever data is there in the accumulator will be loaded in 2003. C 00H will be loaded in 2003. Okay, and then halt. So our program is executed. So after execution, 2000 is 04 and 03 was initialized. The sum is 07 and carry is 00. So this is our first program. I hope you understood. Okay, now let's take the second program. Okay, what was our second program? Write a program to add two 8-bit numbers stored in memory location 2000 and 2001 using memory pointer. Okay, and then store the sum at 2002 and carry at 2003. Before you start the program, okay, you reset everything. Okay, refresh the memory, refresh the registers, refresh the flags. Okay, then let us write the code. MVI C comma 00H. Then next LXI H comma 2000H. Then next move A comma M. So whatever data is there in 2000H, okay, M is what? The data pointed by HL pair. Okay, so whatever data is there in 2000 will be loaded into A. Then next we have to fetch the second data, so INX H. So HL will be now 2001. Then we have to add the numbers, so add M. So whatever there is in A will be added with the number stored in 2001. Okay, so then we have to consider the carry, so J and C skip. So if there is no carry, it will go to skip, but if there is carry, then we have to increment the carry register, that is INR C. Okay, then let us define skip. So whatever there is in accumulator, the sum, we have to store it in 2002. For that we have to increment the HL pair, so INX H. Then move M comma A. Okay, so So move m comma a, what will do, whatever data is there in the accumulator will be stored in the memory location pointed by 2002. Okay, then again we have to store the carry also. So INX H. So whatever, so HLP will be now 2003, right? Then move m comma C. So whatever there in the carry register will go to now 2003. Okay, then we will stop the program using hold. So this is our code. Now before compiling and loading, we have to store the numbers. Okay, we have to store the data, the 2 8-bit data which you want to add. So let us store the data. Let's again take FF. You can take any data. I am taking FF. Okay. Okay. So after you load the data, now let's compile it. So your code has been compiled in located memory 0800. So at 0800 our program is loaded. Now you execute to C. Now let's go to memory location 0800 and let's see how it is loaded. The opcodes and the operand I have told in the previous program. 0E is the opcode for MVIC, 00 is the operand, then LXI H21 is the opcode for LXI H, 00 is the lower byte, 20 is the higher byte. Then move A comma M. What is the opcode? 7E. Okay. Then INX H. What is the opcode? 23. Then add M. What is the opcode? 86. Then JNC skip D2. D2 is the opcode for JNC. This is the skip address 000C. It will skip to this address 000C. Okay. Then sorry 0C00. Okay. Then 23, that is INRC. The 23 is the opcode for INRC. Then INXH. 23 is the opcode 23 JNC skip JNC was D2. This was skip. This is INX. This is INRC 0 is the opcode for INX6. Then INXH. Then 23 is the opcode for INXH. Then move M comma A. This 77 is the opcode for move M comma A. INXH. Then again 23 is the opcode for INXH. Move M comma C. 71 is the opcode for move M comma C. Then hold. Then 76 is the opcode for hold. Now you can see how very less space is used for storing the program in the previous program. How many programs, how many memory spaces we have consumed, we have told in the I have shown you in the previous video that how much less space this program takes. Okay, so you write the program in such a way that it takes less amount of space. So always use indirect addressing mode. Okay, now let's execute the program. So if you see here, you can also see the assembler output. Okay, these are the outputs, these are the operands. Okay, now let us execute it by step. See here, I have gone to the first instruction. Now let's go to the memory location 2000 where I have stored the data. Okay, so here first I have execute this MVI C, 0. So C will be loaded with 00. Then LXI H 2000. Then HLPR will be loaded with 2000 after I execute this program. See, HLPR is loaded with 2000. Okay. Then move M comma A. So whatever data is there in the 2000 will be loaded into A. See, FF has come to A. The data stored in memory location 2000 FF, it has come to A. Okay. Then INXH. Now HLPR will be 2001. See, HLPR has incremented to 2001. Okay. Then jump if not carry to skip. Now add M. So A will be added with M. So FF will be added with FF. Okay. See, the carry the flag registers are set. The carry flag is set. So and the accumulator data is FE. Right. So the sum is FE. So this JNC. This JNC now you have to consider now you have to execute this instruction JNC. So it will consider the carry. Okay. So if carry is not generated, then it will skip. But here carry flag is set, that is carry is generated. So it will after I execute this, it will go to INRC. This instruction becomes invalid because this condition is not true. So it will increment the carry register now. See, C is incremented to 0 1. Okay, then INX H. So H will be in HLPR will be incremented by 1. So see, HLPR is now 2002. Okay, so move A comma M. We have to move the sum into 2002, right? What is the sum? FE. So it will go to 2002. Okay, see here. See, FE has gone to 2002. Okay, the moment you use M, the data will be converted into address. The data will be converted into address. So the data will be converted into address. Then INX H. H will be the age will be now 2003. Okay, so HLPR is 2003. Now M, move M comma C. Now whatever there is in C, that is 0 1, will go to M. Now 2003 was data. Now as soon as I write M, 2003 will act as an address. Now after execute this, 0 1 will go to 2003. See here, 2003. Okay, so then I'll execute the hold. So our program is end and the data are stored in 2002 and 2003. Clear? So you can execute, this is step by step, you can execute it, okay, at once. See here, first you load the data, ff, then ff. Okay, ff, you can execute it at once. See here, if you then you compile it, you load the data, you compile it. So it is compilation as the loading is done. Now you run the program as a whole. Now directly the registers and the carry and the data are stored in the particular memory location. So you can run the program as a whole or you can run step by step. Clear? So now let's take two more datas where carry is not generated. Let's suppose 02, okay, and then 02, 02, okay. Now let's compile it. Okay, now let's run step by step. 00, so C00, then HLPL will be loaded 2000, CHLPL is loaded with 2000, then INXH, move A comma M. So whatever there was in M, that is in 2000, will be loaded in A, that is 02 has come to A. Okay, now INXH, HLPL will be incremented 2001. Okay, and add M, then 02 plus 02 will be 04. The sum is located in A. Okay, then JNC skip. If carry is not generated, it will go to skip. Carry is not generated, carry flag is reset, so it will go to skip directly. Okay, it will not execute this instruction. See, it has directly gone to skip. INX H. So HLP will be now after execution. HLP will be 2002. So see, HLP is 2002. So more then move A comma M. So whatever data is there in A will go to now 2002. Okay, see here A. So now 2000 in 2002, see 04 has come. Okay, then again INXH. So to HLPL has gone to 2003. Then move M comma C. So C, whatever there is in C, since C carry is not generated, so C is 00. Okay, so it will go to 2003. Okay, so C is loaded with 2003 is loaded with to the 00. Okay, and then hold. Okay, so our program after the execution, now this is the status. The 2002 is loaded 04, that is the sum, and 2003 is 00, that is the carry is 0. So I hope you understood this program. Okay, let's go to the next program. What was the next program? So before going the next program, let's reset it. What was the next program? Write a program to transfer a block of data from 2002 from 2000 to transfer a block of 10 bytes of data from 2000 to 2009 to memory location 3000 to 3009. Okay, so whatever data was there in 2000 to 2009 will be loaded will be transferred to memory location 3000 to 3009. Okay, so for that I have reset the all the I refreshed all the memory and the registers and flags. So let's write the code. LXI B. First first part is initialization. Let's source address initialization and the destination address initialization. LXI B 2000H. I have explained everything in the previous video, so I think I don't have to explain again. LXI H 3000, LXI D 3000H. Then I have to initialize the count MVI L comma 0 A H. Okay, then I have to load the first number into A, LDAX B. So from location 2000, the first number will be loaded into A. Okay, then whatever data is there in the accumulator which was loaded from 2000 will be stored at 3000. The 3000 memory location is pointed by D. Okay, so LDAXB STXT. Okay, then but here I have okay, then increment go to the next memory location. One transfer is done, so we have to go to the next memory location INXB, then INXB. Okay, then we have to decrement the count DCR L, then jump if not 0 to back. If count until count becomes 0, we have to go to back. So you have to define the back. Where is back? B is it is before LDAX, right? Now then we will end the program by writing halt. So this is our program we have initialized. Now before we compile, let us load the numbers which we want to transfer. Let us load with simple numbers 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4, 0, 5, 0, 6, 0, 7, 0, 8, 0, 9, 0, 8. Fine. So these are the numbers these are the numbers stored in memory location from 2000 to 2009. Okay, the same numbers will be transferred to memory location 3000. After I execute the program, the same data will be copied to memory location 3000 to 3009. Clear? So I have loaded the data. Now let's compile. Okay. In 0800 the program is loaded. So let's go to memory location 0800. See, same, the opcode and the operands are stored. Okay, you see by yourself. 01 is the opcode for LXIB, then 00 is the lower byte, 20 is the higher byte, then LXID 11 is the opcode, 00 is the lower byte, and 30 is the higher byte, then 2 is the opcode for MVIL, 0 is the operand, then LDXB, LDXB. So L12 is the opcode for LDAXB. Okay. Then 03 STXD. The opcode for STXD is 03. Then INXB. 13 is the opcode for INXB. 2D is the opcode for INXD. Okay. Then C2 is the opcode for DCRL. Then jump if not 0, the opcode for jump if not 0 is 08. And the back address is 0080 0800. Okay, so the back address is this. Understood? And 76. So 76 is the opcode for halt. So you check the opcodes. Okay, I've given the opcode chart. Check the opcodes whether they are correct or not. So we have assembled and compiled. Now we have compiled and loaded. Now we will execute the program step by step. Okay, let's go to the memory location 2000. Okay, so LXIB 2000. After executing, BCPR will be loaded with 2000. See, BCPR has loaded with 2000. Now LXID 3000. After execute, DEPR will be 3000. See, then MVI L, 0A. Then L will be loaded with 0A. Okay, so L is loaded with 0A. Then LDXB. So whatever data is there in BCPR will be loaded into accumulator. That is 01 will be loaded into accumulator now. See, 01 is loaded into accumulator. Okay, then STXD. So whatever data is there in accumulator will be loaded in 3000. Okay, so let's go to memory location 3000. Whether 01 is transferred or not. Let's see. 3000. See, 01 has come. Okay, so one data is copied. Okay, so then let us again go to 2000 memory location. Okay, then INXB. So BCPR will be incremented by 1 after I execute this. So BC has become 2001. Then DCRL. So the count will be decremented by 1. So 0A will become 09. Sorry, INXD. D will become 3000. Then DCRL. L will become now 09. C. L has become 09. Then jump if not 02. So the count has not become 0. So it will jump to back. Okay. Where is back? LDXB. Okay. It has come here again. Again, I will execute LDXB. Okay. So B is 2002. Okay. B is loaded with accumulator is loaded with 02 because B is now 2002. Okay, and INXB. Okay, then B will be STXD. So then whatever data is there in accumulator will be loaded in DEPR. So let us go to memory location 3000. C02 has come into 2001. So second data is copied. Then INXB. B is increment. BCPR is increment 2002. INXD, DEP is increment 2002, DCRL, L is increment, L will be decremented to 08, then jump if not 0 to back, it will go to back, LDXB. Okay, again it will go here, see, back. Okay, again LDXB, C03 has come to A, STXD, 03 has gone to 3002, then INXB, B is incremented 2003. INXD, D is incremented to 3003, DCRL, L has become 07, then jump if not 0 to back. Again STXD, A has come, A is now 4004, STX 04 is copied into 3003. Okay, then INXB, B is now 2004, INXD, DEP is now 3004, L has come to 6, then jump if not 0 to back. Okay. So again LDXB, so 05 has come to A, STXD 05 has come to 3004. Okay, then INXB, B is now 2005, INXD, D is now 3000, DPR is now 3005, then DCRL, L is now 05, and again in this way it will continue. Okay, the loop. See, the data are being copied. Okay, every time I continue the loop, the data are copied from 2000 to 3000. See how it is changing. C09. Now the last transfer. See, 0A has come to 2009. Now what will happen? INXB, B has come to 2001. INXD, D has come to 3001. Now DCRL, L is now become 0. As soon as L becomes 0, see here 0 flag is set to 1. Okay, that is 0 flag is set. Now this condition will become false and it will come out of the loop and will go to halt. So it will end the program. Now see, after the execution, whatever data was stored in 2000 to 2009 is copied to 3000 to 3009. See 01 to 08. Understood? So I hope this you have understood this program. Okay, you practice this program by your own, see the changes that happens. Okay, then you'll understand it more better. Okay, now I hope you can do the same, you can do the next program on your own. You can do the next program on your own. Now let's refresh it. Okay, next program I will not show you step by step. Okay, I will run the program as a whole. You have to see next is a step by step. Okay, what was the next program? Inverted blocks transfer. That is, if I write 1 2 3 4 5, it will be 5 4 3 2 1. So write a program. If 10 bytes are stored in 2000 to 2009 in the form of 0 1 2 a, the entire inverted form will be 0a 0a 09 08 07 in this way. Okay, so let's go to memory location 2000. Okay, first let's write the program. First initialization part, LXI B, comma 2000H. Then I try to write the programs on your own without seeing. Okay, LXI D, the more and more you practice, the better you will learn. Then you can write the programs on your own. MVIL, comma 0AH, the count. Okay, next you have to load the first number from BC pair. Then you have to store the same number from accumulator into the memory location pointed by DE pair by writing STAX. Okay, one mistake, it will be 3009, right? Then we have to increment the BC pair INXB. Then we have to decrement the DE pair. Okay, then we have to one transfer is over. Then we have to decrement the count. Then jump if not 0 to back. Where is back? Why should I define back? Here. You can take the count less also. Okay. Now let us load the data 0 1. This is 0 2. This is 0 3. This is 0 4. 0 5. 0 6. 0 7. 0 8. 0 9. 0 8. So we have loaded the data from 2000 to 2009. Okay, now as soon as and I'll assemble and compile it, it is stored in 0800. The program is loaded in 0800. So let's see 0800 0800. See, our program is loaded. Oh, Okay, 1 minute. We have not written halt. Okay. Okay. So our program is loaded. Now what you have to do next? Let's go to the memory location 2000 and see. Now this will be this will be stored in memory location 3000 in the inverted form. Okay. Now see here, I am showing you one transfer LXI B 2000H. So BC after execute BC pair will be 2000H. Then LXI D 3009. See DE pair is 3009. Then L will be loaded with the count C0A. Okay. Then STXD LDXB. So whatever data was there in A, it will come to B. Whatever data was there in BC pair, that is 2000, will come to A. 01 is come to A. Now STXD, it will go to DE pair. Okay. So let us go to 3000 CCR. In 3009, 01 is transferred. So it will be transferred in the inverted form, right? And INXB, so BC pair is 2001, INXD, D pair is decremented by 1, that is it has now become 3008. Then DCRL, so L is decremented by 1. Then jump if not 0 to back. So again it will see as I am executing the loop, the data are being stored, but in the inverted form. See here, in the inverted form. Okay, the loop will run 10 times. Now see, L has become 0. Our program is also stored and L has become 0. Now this condition will become false and it will come to halt. So the program will now stop. Okay. So after execution, what is one? The data are stored from in that form in the location 3000 3009, but in the inverted form. We have loaded 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 a 9 in A, and in 3000 to 2009 how it is being stored 01 02 03 04 05 06 in the inverted form. So our program is executed, right? I've shown you how the registers are changing. Okay, when you do it by yourself, you can see step by step how the register data is changing. Okay, so this was our fourth program. Now let's do our last program. Okay, what was our last program? So I reset everything. I reset the memory, reset the registers, reset the flags. Okay, now let us write our last program. What was our last program? Block exchange. That is, whatever data is stored in 2000 to will come to from 2000 to 2009 will come to 3000 to 3009, and whatever data was there in from 3000 to 2009 will come to 2000 to 2009. Okay, now let's for better understanding, let's make the count a bit smaller. Okay, let us take three number of data, three bytes of data. Okay, let's write the program LXI B comma 1000H. Let us take 3 bytes of data. Let's take the count 3. Then LXI B comma 3000H. You can take the count as you wish. Okay. You can take the count as you wish. MVI L comma 0 3. I'm taking the count as 3. I'll take three bytes of data. Okay. Then LDAX B. I'll load the first data into accumulator. Then from accumulator I'll move it to some other register, move H comma A. Okay, then again I will load the second data from DE pair. Then I will store the data which was in accumulator into BC pair. So one exchange is complete. Okay, half of the exchange is complete. Then I will load the data which was stored in H into accumulator again. Move A comma H. Okay, then I will store it at DE pair STXD. Okay, then so one exchange is over. Then INX B and then INX D, then BCR L, and jump if not 0 to back. So where should I define back? Here. Continue the loop. Okay, then called. So this is our code. So before I compile the program, let us load the data. Let us load the data. We have taken C data. So we have loaded three data. So at 2000, suppose 01, at 2001, I loaded with 02, at 2002, I loaded with 03. Okay, and then go to location 3000 because I have to load the data in 3000 also because it will be exchanged. Now here I will load with 04, in here I load with 05, sorry, 05, and here I load it 3002 will be loaded with 06. So after execution, our result will be in 2000. Our result will be 04. In 2001, our result will be 05. In 2002, our result will be 06. And in 3000, we will have 01. In 3001, we will have 02. And in 3002, we will have 03. Okay, so this will be our result after you execute. Okay, so now let's compile and load the program. Okay, our program is loaded and compiled at 0800. Let's check. See, our program is loaded. Okay, with the outputs and the operands. Now let's go to the location 2000. Okay, and see and execute it by step. Okay, now focus. LXI B 2000. After I execute this program, a BC pair will be 2000. See, then LXI D 3000. So after I execute this program, DE pair will be 3000. Then MBI L. L will be loaded with the count, that is 03. Okay, then LDXB. So whatever data is there in B, okay, BC pair, the memory location pointed by BC pair, that is 01, will be loaded into accumulator. See, accumulator has become 01. Okay, then move A comma H. So H will be now loaded with 01. See, H is loaded with 01. Okay, now LDXD. So whatever the data is there in D pair, that is 3000, will be loaded in A. In 3000, what you have loaded? In 3000, we have loaded 04. So 04 will come to A now. 04 has come to A now. Then STXB. So whatever data is there in A will come to the memory location pointed by BC pair, that is in 2000. So A is now 04. It will come to 2000. Let's check whether it has come or not. See, 04 has come to 2000. Okay, then move A comma H. So what was there in H? H is now 01. It will come to A. A is 04. A is now 01. Okay, then STXD. So whatever is there in A, it will come to the memory location pointed by DE pair, that is in 3000. So let's go to memory location 3000. Okay, so see, 01 has come to 3000. Okay, so one exchange is over. 2000 is loaded with 04 and 3000 is loaded with 01. So one exchange is over. So we'll go to the next memory location, INXB. So BC pair will be incremented to 2001. DE pair will be incremented to 3001. And the count will be decremented by 1. That is, count will become now 2. Okay, and then it will jump back. Since zero flag is not set, so it will jump to back. Again, A will be loaded with the BC pair data, that is 0, 2. Okay. In 2002, what was loaded? 2, which will come to A. Then it will go to H. So H is now 0, 2. Okay. Then again the DE pair data will come to A. So DE pair is now 3002. It will come to A after execute. See, 05 has come to A. Okay. Then STAX B. So whatever data is there in A will come to BC pair, that is 2001. Right. So what is there in A? 05. It will come to 2001. Let's check. 2001. See, 05 has come to 2001. So half of the exchange is complete. Then move H, A comma H. What is there in H? 02. It will come to A. Okay. So 02 has come to A. Then STAXT. So whatever data is there in A will go to DE pair. That is 3001. Okay. So let's go to 3001. 02 has come to 3001. Okay. Then so one exchange, second exchange is complete. So then INXB, I'll increment the BC pair to 2002 and increment the DE pair to 3002. Then L will be decremented by 1. Okay, see here, L is decremented to 1 and jump if not 0 to back. Again, LDXB, now BC pair is 2002. So the data of 2002, let's go to memory location 2002. So the data memory location is 2002 is 03. It will be loaded into accumulator. After I execute this program, see, A is loaded with 03. Okay, then move A comma H. So whatever data is there in A will go to H. So H is now 03. Then LDXD. So whatever data is there in DE pair, that is in 3002, 06 will go to A. So 06 will go to A. See, 06 has gone to A. Now STXB. So this 06 will now go to 3002. Sorry, 2002. Okay, 2002. See, 06 has gone to 2002. Now move A comma H. What was there in H? 03. It will go to A. See, A is now 03. Okay, we have to store this data into 3002. So STXD. So after that STXD, see, 3002 is loaded with 03. Okay, so our exchange is complete. Whatever data was stored in 2000 to 2003 has now come to whatever data was there stored in 2000 to 2002 has now come to 3000 to 3002, and whatever data was stored in 3000 to 3002 has gone to 2000 to 2002, 04, 05, 06. Clear? So then INXB, INXD will be implemented. Then L will become 0. The moment L becomes 0, the 0 flag will be set. Okay, and as the 0 flag will be set, this condition will become false and it will come out of the loop and it will go to halt, and then we will end the program. So at the end, our data which was stored in 2000 to 2002 has gone to 3000 to 3002, 01, 02, 03, and whatever data was there in 3000, 05, 04, 06 has gone to 2000 to 2002. I hope you understood the program. Okay, if there is any doubt, you can ask me during the class sessions. Okay, you have to practice the programs on your own. You have to check the changes that happens in the registers and the flags and the memory locations. Okay, try to do more and more programs from the book. Okay, so that they try to the programs that are written in the book, try to execute the programs on your own in the simulator. Okay, then you can understand better. Okay, how the programs are executed. Fine. So I hope there is no problem. If there is any problem, ask me in the class sessions. So goodbye for today. Have a nice day. Bye.